South Lake Union crosswalk back in January. It is just one of the new details and documents just obtained by KIRO 7. Now prosecutors are considering charges against that officer. His name is Kevin Dave, and the documents show his excessive speed heading to a 911 call was the cause of his deadly collision with Janavi Kandula.
And now investigators say her body was thrown 138 feet. Now we know the officer only chirped his siren as he approached the intersections. He didn't have it on constantly, and investigators say Kandula had no time to react. Investigative documents obtained by KIRO 7 now reveal detectives' photos showing how the violent impact with a woman in a downtown Seattle crosswalk mangled the front end of an SPD patrol car. It was about 9 p.m. on January the 23rd, and Officer Kevin Dave, a 3-year vet of the SPD and a certified EMT, hit the gas heading toward the report of a cocaine overdose a few blocks away. Detectives say Officer Dave was going 49 miles an hour over the legal limit when 23-year-old Janavi Kandula, a graduate student, stepped into the crosswalk at Thomas and Dexter. SPD Chief Adrian Diaz said at the time Officer Dave had his emergency lights on, but he was chirping his audio siren on and off instead of running it continuously.
He did have his emergency lights on and was clearing intersections with his siren.
But SPD collision investigators later concluded the speed at which Officer Dave was traveling did not allow him or the pedestrian sufficient time to detect, address, and avoid a hazard that presented itself. Kandula landed 138 feet away from the impact. Detectives say the AirPods she was likely wearing may have prevented her from hearing the chirping sirens. SPD detectives say if Officer Dave hadn't been driving so fast, Kandula would be alive today. Documents say, quote, had Officer Dave been traveling 50 miles an hour or less as he approached the intersection and encountered Officer Dave and responded in the same manner, this collision would not have occurred. Now, King County prosecutors have that same document that we just showed you to decide on any potential charges. I talked to the prosecutor's office. They expect that to be decided sometime in July. We'll keep you posted. In the meantime, the Office of Police Accountability is also looking into whether the officer complied with policy following the crash. A GoFundMe for Kandula has raised more than $160,000 so far.